Okay, I think we're live. Are we live? I think we are. I think we're live. Guys, if you can see or hear me, please let me know. I've been having problems with the microphone and I think I've got it working. I wasn't getting any sound for some reason. I've literally just been moving, so I've just had a lot of stuff packed in boxes and stuff, so I can't find my microphone and I can't find my webcam, so I'm just using straight off the laptop. Oh, hi guys, hi Spencer. So I guess you can hear me. Well, I'm sure you can see me. Yes, I've had a blessed day, a long day, interesting day. Unfortunately, I didn't really get to film today, but you know, I'm not complaining. Hi John, welcome on board. Hi Mark as well, welcome. I can see you. So guys, let me know if there's any problems with the audio or video or anything. Let me know. Loud and clear. Oh, amazing. Yes, we hear you loud and clear. Thank you, John. And Haida. Hi, Haida. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done a live, and I keep saying, oh, I want to do one, and I just thought, why not? Let's do one today, because I hadn't actually get to do a video today, so I just thought, oh, today's probably the best day for me to do it, so at least we can you know, keep the content going and so on. Sound this sound, nice one. Hi T Brown, So Fro Lushes, and Stay Walla. Let me know if I'm pronouncing these right. I read these these names every day. I communicate with you on text, but I might be like saying your names wrong and that, so hopefully I don't get them wrong. But yeah, it's been a long while. I think the last time I did a live, I think it was like 20,000 subscribers or something like that. So that's, I think we're on like 27, so it's 27 now. So it's been a little while. So I've been saying, yeah, it's time to do another live to sort of catch up with the regulars, as well as, you know, people that have recently joined the channel. And you know how we do it here. We do Q&As. You guys are free to ask me any questions you want. Obviously, people throw in questions about their own projects as well. Sometimes they're looking for advice. Sometimes I can answer the question, sometimes I can't. Sometimes other people in the comment section actually have the answers for some of the questions. So it's sort of an opportunity to share knowledge, which is what my channel is all about. As I said many times, I don't claim to know everything. I'm self-taught. For those of you who don't know, pretty much I've learned everything sort of teaching myself. So I'm always learning things from some of you guys on here. Some of you are more professional in certain trades. I'm always learning something. So that's one thing I like about doing the videos. How actually benefits me personally is that sometimes I throw my work out. And as I said, I'm not perfect, so I might do something that might not necessarily be the right way or the best way to do it. You get people showing you and leading you with better practices and stuff. So I'm always evolving and I'm always learning stuff as I'm doing, you know, jobs and stuff. So that's one thing I think is great about it. And also people are learning through the comments and through the videos and so on. I do, funny enough, meet quite a few people from our channel actually. Sometimes we're just in the hardware store and we bounce into people who say, oh, we watch your channel and we like what you guys do. We've had a couple of people on the job that we're on now that I literally passed by and I've said hello a few times now. And people often say how much the channel has helped them with their own projects and stuff like that. So I'm really encouraged every time I hear that. So if you guys have any comments or you want to say anything or any questions, just throw it in the comment section. And as I usually do, I try to read every single comment. It gets a little bit overwhelming sometimes. We got quite a lot of comments to get through, but we're going to try and keep it within the hour. Hopefully we can finish by 9 o'clock. And I won't, you know, keep you guys here too long. So let's see who we got here next. Paul, hi Paul, all the best, Darren from Big Joker in Scotland. You're all the way up in Scotland. We got you. Thank you, Paul. Sean Potter, like your work. Thank you very much. Elias, I hope I'm getting that right. I'm not sure if that's in English, so I'm not really sure what the comment is there. Unfortunately, I only speak English. Hi Tim, what is plasterboard? Plasterboard. I'm not sure where you're from, Tim. Well, plasterboard is pretty much a term we use in the UK for a material some places call drywall. Maybe you might be from the States, you might be familiar with that term, I'm not sure. It's basically sort of like a sheeted material that's you sort of put on ceilings, on walls. I think it's gypsum based. It's usually lined with paper on either side, and you sort of screw it to walls or glue it to walls and ceilings, and it gives you sort of a smooth texture that you can either fill the joints and paint, or you can plaster over. That's pretty much what plasterboard is. Some people call it sheetrock as well, I think, as well. Hi Joe, hello. Sorry, let me skip Tom. Hi Tom, what area do you boys work? London areas, basically, pretty much. Most areas in London, but predominantly South London. Most of our work we do now is in South London, because I'm from South London, and it's just easier with all the traveling. You see how hard the days are sometimes, and then you have to do London traffic if you're working, let's say, in East London or something like that. So I try to keep it to South if possible, but we've got a job coming up in North London very soon, sort of Barnet area. We're doing a garden house there soon. That's sort of booked in to be done. We've got another garden house as well booked in South London to do soon. A couple of extensions in the pipeline as well. So I think sort of booked up really till sort of probably March, April, maybe next year at the moment. Hi Joe, hello. I emailed you regarding some local work, but you didn't respond to my messages. Everything okay? Yes, everything is okay. I'm probably going to get quite a lot of this. This is where I get roasted, where I haven't replied to people because I'm getting through emails. Sometimes I get home and I reply to two, and by the time I come in tomorrow, I've got 3 or 4. So I'm sort of never catching up with the emails. So email responses, unfortunately, are kind of slow because obviously I have a long day at work. I don't have a secretary or anything like that. And then I come home and then I have to do the YouTube videos, and I got to respond to the comments, and then I got to respond to emails, and I've got to do quotes, and I've got to sort out material orders for the next day. So sometimes I'm just out of it. And some weeks I'm just really bad with the emails. So if you have emailed me, I should eventually get to you. I also get Instagram messages as well, people asking for work and stuff. So it's, I'll be honest, a little bit overwhelming, sort of keeping up with it. But I do really try my best to get back to people as much as possible. Hi JH, love watching the progress, mate, from James in Cornwall. Big shout out to James in Cornwall. Thank you, James. Respect for that. Beldier's Media, oi oi. Hey, that's one of my good friends here. Hope you're good there. Thanks for watching. We're actually doing an event together, Beldier Media. Anybody that's like Dominican, I know there's Dominicans on our group. We have our annual Independence, which is the 3rd of November, and we're actually going to be having an event on the 5th of November. So anybody who's into sort of soca music, carnival, calypso, that sort of things, we're going to be doing a sort of big event with like live performances and DJs and all that stuff. So my secondary thing is DJing, so I'll be DJing that at the event as well. So I'm going to probably put a link to it in some of the videos coming up and coming videos, maybe a little advert or something, just to share it. And if anybody's interested in that, it's going to be in North London. You guys are really welcome to come along. Adam, hi Adam. Your videos show you are a general builder, but do you have a specific qualification? I get this question all the time. Specific qualification? Yes and no. I did when I left when I left school. I did an electrical engineering apprenticeship, and I I left. I did 4 years, but I didn't pursue being an electrical engineer. Mainly, I found it boring. I like to get my hands dirty. I like to be grafting. When I was doing my electrical engineering diplomas, I had a stint on site working with the electricians and stuff like that, and I enjoyed that more than any part of my training. And so I could have become an electrician, but funny enough, I ended up leaving that and I went into music production, then eventually moved into sound engineering. I ran a small sound engineering business for a while. I did events and stuff, had sound systems and did live bands and stuff like that. Did that for quite a while. And then sort of went into the building trade, something I always enjoyed doing on the side. And then it just got so busy, and I had to pay the bills and stuff. So it just ended up being my career basically the last 12 years. So nothing specific. I do pretty much this, pretty much everything about the same amount. So you'll see in our videos where there's a period of time where maybe doing a lot of plastering, period of time we might be doing a lot of bricklaying, and a period of time we do a lot of painting or kitchens and bathrooms and so on. So this basically, I don't call myself anything besides a general builder. I do a bit of different things. Some things I do better than others, but I'm always trying to learn and hone in my skills. That's Tim again. Okay, great, thanks. Joel, hi Darren, great to be on the chat. Your channel is inspiring. Thank you very much. Really, that was always the purpose of this channel, because I've come from a self-taught background. That was always my thing. I would read books, I would read vlogs, blogs, I would watch videos. YouTube wasn't massive, at the time when I was sort of starting in, but I always felt like, oh, it'd be so good to sort of like just do tutorials and share the information. Like, I just like learning things and learning from other people and sharing my information as well. So that's why I do the videos, and my videos are for the sort of like just a common person who wants to build their own extension, or wants to do some renovations in their own house, and they it's not for everyone. I know you get the sort of pompous lot who are sort of like, oh, I've been this for 20 years and you don't know what you're doing and blah blah blah. Personally, I'm not really bothered about that stuff. Just keep it down to earth. And I try to sort of show you what just a general realistic life of a builder is, in my opinion anyway. So yeah, that's the purpose of the channel, is to inspire and to educate people. So let's move on. Mark, hi Mark. I could tell you are not a trained bricklayer, but I think your work is good. Where did you pick up your skills? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure people can tell that we're not trained. We probably do certain things back to front. We probably don't know every single style of terminologies and techniques and stuff, but basically I've picked up my skills just over the years, just myself. I did first time I ever bricklayed was doing the front garden wall of my house. It was terrible years ago, but I've just sort of practiced, and I just hopefully I'm getting better and better with my skills. Same thing with plastering. Once upon a time I couldn't plaster at all, and now I'm fairly I would say I'm fairly good at plastering now. So let's move on. Stuart, hi Stuart. Do you need planning permission for garden room with bathroom? Garden room with bathroom, I don't think you need it for a bathroom actually. I don't think you need it for a bathroom. I could be wrong on that, but I don't think you need it for a bathroom. Someone can correct me here. I feel like I might be wrong there, but I can't remember. The one we're doing right now in Wimbledon, you might have seen this one, that sort of funny angles and metal roof and all that. That actually is going to have a bathroom in it, but that's actually got planning permission for it. I mean, the roof is almost 4 meters tall, so it's been gone through planning permission. And yeah, but that's not particularly the reason why it's got planning permission. It's more to do with the size of it, the height, particularly the style of the roof and so on. But I'm sure someone can confirm that in the comment section as well. Hi, Ilyas. Oh, here's Ilyas again. Hello from Turkey. Hello, lovely from Turkey. Love to hear people from all around the world. Thank you for joining us. And yes, Joe, I will try and get back to you. I'm going to look for your email now. I'm going to go looking for it. Hi, good evening all. Greetings from Holland. Hey, Holland. Let me see if I can get your name. I know you comment all the time, but I don't know how to pronounce it. Why? Let's see. Lee Livet. Lee Livet. I could be wrong. Sorry if I'm getting it wrong. I will be your secretary. Bargain rate of 10,000 a week. Yeah. All right then. We'll have a chat about that. See if we can negotiate a better rate. Yeah. Hi, Giles. Love your work. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Giles. Sean Potter. Hi, are you workers friends or family? Sorry, we're basically friends. We're all Dominican. Mr. A is short story I've said before. When I was young, I moved to the Caribbean. My grandmother retired in the 80s. 88 she retired and went back to Dominica to live. She's like Windrush generation, so she came here a long time ago, in the 50s. And I was very close with my grandmother, and when she retired, I was 8 years old, and I went back to Dominica to live with her. So from the age of 8 to the age of 16, I went to school in the Caribbean, and when I was 16, I came back to London and I went to college. So I met Mr. A. I grew up with Mr. A's younger brother. We were literally like all sort of school friends and stuff. And I knew him. He's from with us from the same village. And I just randomly met him maybe like 4 years ago in London. We were actually at an event in the Shepherd's Bush Empire. We went to an event there, music event, and then bumped into him. And then we exchanged numbers and we ended up working together basically. Yeah, started like that. And then MJ is also Dominican as well. I only met MJ in London. I didn't know him in Dominica. He's a bit younger than me, so he's sort of a younger generation than me, but he's Dominican as well. So yeah, we just all basically become good friends. The MJ and Mr. A know each other well, and yeah, so that's basically it. Britek, really enjoy your content. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Next question: do the owners appreciate the reused bricks, or did they rather have new ones? I don't know. I think they do. The job that we're doing this garden house on, we've got a really nice guy we're working for, really nice guy, and shout out to him as well. And I suggested about using the bricks, and he was cool with that. I mean, to be honest, it didn't really save me much money, because either I bought the bricks, which those bricks were going for about £1 each, or reclaim those bricks, which took us 2 days. I mean, some of you might have seen the videos of 3 of us chipping away for 2 days, just cleaning up bricks and stuff like that. So, you know, you spend 3 guys' wages for 2 days sort of cleaning up bricks. But I thought, like, it made more sense. Me personally, I thought it made more sense. I'm really happy we did, because the bricks are really good condition, and the fact that they're from the original old extension, they just blend in with the house much better. And I think it was definitely the best decision to do that. So I always recommend that, if possible, to use, if you've got old bricks from the house, to use them if you can. Hi, Chemist. Hello, how would I discuss your services? Can I find you on Facebook? The best way to get me is to email me, and my email address is, and I'll just write it in the comment section now, P for Papa builders at hotmail.com. So I'm going to put it in the comment section, and I'll probably put it at the pin it at the top as well. So if you want to get hold of me, the best way is by email, pbuilders at hotmail.com. Errol, hi Errol, do you recommend going to college for someone wanting to learn groundworks? To be honest, I wouldn't know where to start if you wanted to train in groundworks, but I would assume that definitely college would probably be a good place to start. I personally think that if you're going to go into trades and stuff, it's really a good idea, if you can, is to find an apprenticeship. If you can find an apprenticeship, I mean, you get to, because some of us learn different ways. I know for me personally, I learn things by actually doing it. I can sit in a classroom all day, and I might not pick it all up, but as soon as I've done it the first time, it makes sense to me once I see how the mechanics of things work. So some people are more academic like that, where they sort of understand stuff sitting there and reading it, and some of us need to actually do it. So I think what's good about apprenticeships is that you often get on the job experience, and also you're getting paid as well. So it's helpful if you can be paid while you're training. It might be easier. You might still have your bills to pay and stuff like that. So maybe look into an apprenticeship. You can find one, search online, see if you can find one of these ground companies, these larger companies maybe that may be offering apprenticeships. And if they're not offering, send them an email to the HR and just suggest, maybe offer yourself and just say what you're looking for, and you're willing to sort of learn on the job or be an apprentice or whatever, and you might find that they might take you on. Hi Tony Williams, absolutely loving your videos, really informative and gives me confidence to try stuff myself. Yeah, and that is all what it's about. That is really it's about. Yolanda, okay, now I've got your name now, so I will not forget that. I will not forget your name now, so I know what the Y is for. Stuart Naylor, thanks for the reply. Keep up the good work. No problem. Let's see where we are now. Hi Darren, this is Mello. Hi Darren, watched your video on the plot of land in Dominica. Will you be going back to continue with building on the land? So love watching your videos. Yes, I will be going back. You just reminded me now. I need to chase my architect, who's been very, very slow. And basically, we've put in for planning permission, so we submitted that before we left. And he did have something come back that he needed to sort out. And the last time I actually spoke to him, he was supposed to be sorting it out. So I actually need to chase him up to find out what the status is of that. So obviously, I'm not going to go down there until I've got the permission, because I don't want to be sitting around waiting. So I'm waiting on the permission before I go. I really wanted to be able to go the end of this year. I don't think that's realistic at this time, because we've just got so much on, and obviously every time I go away, I'm not working, sort of, well, not really working much, so financially I need to sort of be prepared to go away for a period of time, which tends to be a couple of months at a time. So hopefully maybe sometime next year before the summer, hopefully I can go. When I go back, I will be going back solely to start the build. So I'll probably go for a couple of months, start it, maybe do the foundation, maybe try and get the walls up, maybe, I'm not sure, and then come back and go back and make another trip. So I'd like to get it done in like 2 trips maybe, but we'll see. It depends on the costs as well. So, but yes, definitely going back. We're literally just waiting for the formalities to come through. Hi Max, I've been watching your videos for the last couple of months and they're great. I'm looking for a builder to do my extension. What tips can you give me to find a good quality builder like yourself? Tips. Well, people always say references. It's very important to get references, because anybody, and I've had it before, you guys might have seen a video where I talked about getting scammed by some guy. And when I found, online and did my searches after, because I never really looked up his company at the time, but I found lots of people who were saying stories on reviews about this guy, and how his website was full of sort of pictures of other people's work. So people can present to you and say, like yesterday, we had a lady who was walking by our site, a couple of doors down, and she wants an extension done. She's got all her drawings, she's ready to go. And she said, "Oh, could you come and have a look for me, and give me a price or whatever, or come and have a look at my house, tell me what you think." And we had a chat, and then she said, "Oh, have you got like pictures or stuff that you can send to me?" I said, "Oh, I got better than that. I got my YouTube channel. You can go and have a look at that, and you can see, our work from start to finish and everything." So for me, that's sort of like, that's our reference. My reference is, I have no references to give anybody of, "I'll speak to this customer." I'm not giving customers numbers around and stuff like that. Mine's is sort of, "Here you go, here's my videos. Be a fly on the wall, and if you like it, then hire us. If you don't, that's fine." So I think that if you can get really legit references, maybe possibly you can see the work somewhere, say there's a house down the road or whatever. If they've got a YouTube or Instagram, a lot of builders are doing Instagram videos or Facebook pages, and they're showing you their work, and you can actually see it's their work. And I'm recommending to all builders to sort of have a social media presence now these days, because just how the world is going, pictures just don't cut it anymore. So I would definitely look for real good references. Do some searches on the person, Google their company, because you never know what you might come up with, what you'll find on forums or reviews or anything that might have put you off working with that person. Because if I had done that with this guy's company, I would never have worked with him, because every single thing that I read about him was exactly what he was. So look for reviews online. And yeah, that's, I think, would be the main things I would say. Also, contracts. Make sure you have a very clear contracts set in place with all the terms of what he's going to be providing, what work he's going to be doing, what materials he's going to be providing, what materials you'll be providing if you're providing any, and very clear set prices. That's how we work anyway. Our set prices. In my 12 years of working, I've never ever gone to a customer and said, "I need more money." And that's even if I'm making a loss on something. We had it on this job where the steel prices were just way over what I budgeted for, but I took the hit on it. That's how I feel that it should be. Once you agree something with somebody, you shouldn't go back on it. So make sure that you have in writing clearly what they're going to be providing and what price they're going to be charging you, and also have payment terms. It's fine to have a deposit. Some people argue about whether a builder should take a deposit or not. That's really up to you and the builder. Me personally, I will not start a job without a deposit, because I'm not putting my money into someone else's house for them. I don't feel that I should have to do that and still have to pay wages before I get a first payment. So that's just how it is for me. And being that I've been scammed by a customer, they are customers that will scam people. So I think a deposit is fine, but that's up to you and your builder. And then just have clear sort of payment plans. So once you get up to DPC, I'll pay you X amount. Once you get the block work done, you pay a certain amount. Once you get the roof on, you pay a certain amount. And that's basically how we do it. So yeah, I think that's the best way, and it works for us. So I hope that's helped. Let's see, moving on. I think the reuse of the older bricks match the house lovely. Yeah, I think so as well. Definitely. And the ecology, yeah, definitely. So we've not thrown all this stuff down the land tip, and it's been recycled. I love the reused bricks. You work those days hard, yes, to clean them. Second-hand stocks can be as much as £3 each, and it's good to recycle. Very true, very true. Second-hand bricks can be very expensive, because obviously someone spent the time cleaning them up, picking them up from a site, packing them away, and it's usually in small quantities, so they tend to be quite expensive, yes. So let's see. Jamie, hi Jamie, welcome. Mark says you could have sold the old brick, then used new. Financially a good idea, but using the old brick is a way better idea. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You could, I guess, sell it for more than possibly you could buy newer ones. Let's see. Joel, hi Joel. Darren, do you think it's too late for someone in their 50s to start in the building trade? Well, that's an interesting question. I don't think so. The only thing I would say is if I was going to go in the trade in my 50s, I would definitely do a trade that is not as taxing on the body, because some of these, you know, some of the jobs that we do, it really start to wear out on your body. I'm feeling it, and I'm 42. So I would say if you're going to do it, do something that's not sort of so taxing. As I said, carpentry jobs, some carpentry jobs, shall I say, because some can be quite tough. Electricians, I mean, I can't see why an electrician, unless you're getting into little crawl spaces, but there's a lot of jobs and a 50-year-old electrician can do no problem. You haven't got heavy materials to lug around as much as a builder who's sort of lugging blocks and bags of cement and stuff like that, and plumbing and stuff like that, even painting and decorating. Yeah, so I would say sort of the lighter trades work, not sort of the sort of heavier, like a bricky or a groundsman or even a roofer, stuff like that. I would maybe suggest to stay away from. Hello, is it Furian? I could be wrong there. Gosh, I'm probably butchering people's names. When are you going to Dominique to start your home project? Okay, so I just talked about that. You might have missed it. I'm literally waiting for planning permission to come through, and then I'm going to be deciding when I'm going to go. So it possibly be summer next year, or early summer, or before summer, hopefully. We'll see. But I haven't decided yet. Albert, hi Albert. Does Mr. A work for you, or are you partners? Mr. A and MG work for me. So I'm the owner of the business basically, and they work for me full time basically, and I pay them a salary to work. Faison, hi Faison. In your opinion, what are the biggest challenges of taking on a self-build project extension? Biggest challenges. If you're gonna take it, I'm assuming you're doing this as in doing it as the client, you're doing it yourself for your own house. If you've got to get in tradesmen, which you probably might need to for some parts of it, finding good tradespeople, like finding an electrician or finding a carpenter or something like that, that can be challenging, because typically people who are very good at what they do at this moment at time at least are basically just very busy, and they tend to be doing their own projects sort of thing, and they don't have as much time to sort of come in on sort of do a bit here for someone, so sometimes it's hard to find people to be able to do that. One of the biggest challenges, that's probably the biggest thing I think I could think of, to be honest. Obviously, like a bricklayer, if you don't know how to lay bricks, you might need a bricklayer. Or if you're going to do it yourself, you just have to take your time. Just know that it's going to take you 3 times as long as a builder, maybe even longer than that, because a good bricklayer. I mean, I'm very slow, like compared to a good bricklayer. It was what a good bricklayer can do in a day. It's going to take me 2-3 days sometimes to do. So if you're learning it as you're going along, you just have to take your time to do it right. And it just means it could be very slow, the progress, but you're doing it yourself, and you might be doing it on your spare time anyway. So yeah, just time. Just know it's going to take time, I guess is what I would say. Hi Fazil, you guys do a good job. Keep it up, bro. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. It's 24/7. Are you going to get a new van or pay the ULEZ? Pay the charge for ULEZ. My pickup is '07 plate. I'm okay at the moment, but when it gets extended, I'm in the zone. Yeah, it's on. You know, it's crazy. I was living in the zone, and then I moved. I've just moved. I've literally moved a few weeks ago, and I've moved just outside of the zone. But I pick, cause depends on where we're working. Where we're working in South London at the moment, Mr. A and MJ, they traveling by train because they're coming from quite a way from me, and I pick them up from the station, and I cross in the zone to pick them up. So literally at the moment, I'm only paying the ULEZ to pick them up, but it's sort of like I've got no choice, sort of thing. I have to sort of pick them up because it's just too much of a journey for them to get to me, you know. So um, at the moment, I'm paying the ULEZ. I was hoping, as I said, I was hoping to be going back to Dominica this year. So I thought I'll just stick it out for now, and then I'll just get another van another time, maybe when I come back or something. Um, I was looking around at vans, and just like if I'm gonna upgrade, it's got to be a bigger van, and they're just so expensive right now. They're so expensive, and I really want to avoid finance, so I haven't sort of I just haven't really put my mind to it. I've just sort of been paying the ULEZ, to be honest, and I've just been cussing about it every single day, but I'm just paying it, you know. But yeah, I think I need to get it sorted out. I do need to get another van. I just really don't want to get finance. I just really hate that. So I maybe just need to try and save up and see if I can get one this year, maybe, hopefully. I don't know. But I don't want to buy sort of a crappy van. So we'll see what happens with that. Another question about Dominica. Mark, hi Darren, did you get planning in Dominica? So as I was just saying a little while ago, we've submitted the planning. We're waiting for the comeback. So our architect is very slow. It's, if anybody who knows the Caribbean just knows that the Caribbean moves at a very snail pace. Everything is done by paper. Sometimes it's cool, sometimes it's not. Like, I remember getting our title deeds for our house, and it was like, it looked like something that came from like the Queen Victoria period. Like, I was like, this is so cool. Like, you don't see things like this anymore, but everything takes long. There's so much red tape. Things get passed around to this person to get signed, to pass back to that person's desk, to pass back to that person. So it's just like, I'm just waiting and waiting, and I need to start chasing up now, really, and start being annoying. But I'm basically just waiting for the planning permission to come through. And let's see, here we are. JMK, evening all. Welcome, JMK, another regular contributor to the page. Thank you for supporting. Bartos, what area of London do you cover? What are your thoughts on timber extensions? So mostly I cover South London, although I do cover all areas in London, but I'd like to try and keep it to the south if possible. It's not too far much of traveling in the mornings and after work, London traffic, rush hour and all that stuff. So try to keep it in the south. What are my thoughts on timber extensions? I think timber extensions are cool. I was watching a video on YouTube recently of someone who was building one. I think he's an architect, and I think he did a self build. Funny enough, I came across his video because I was looking up the box frame steels. So I wanted to see if there was some other examples that had done it the way the architect had designed it, and I actually found quite a few actually. And I think I found a video of his explaining the box frame steels. And I was watching a video where he did the internal frame in timber and the external in brick. So I think that's a cool idea. I mean, I know people have their mixed views about wood as far as its longevity compared to brick, which is a valid point. But as long as it's sort of built right and you can keep the wood dry and you're not dealing with damp issues and wood worms or whatever, I think that should be fine. And there are benefits of wood construction as well, so I'm cool with them. I wouldn't mind building one if someone wanted one done. Let's move on. Max, hi Max, thanks for the tips, much appreciated. I would just like to say that I've picked up a lot of ideas from just watching your videos, so keep up the good work, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hi Robert Atkinson. Hi Darren. Lots of pros and cons both ways, but do you enjoy jobs in London, or would you prefer the ease of the countryside? Countryside. I absolutely love the countryside. I'm a country boy at heart. I love the countryside. As I said, when I was young, I grew up in the Caribbean, so that country sort of thing is in me. Anytime I get to be any countryside, I love it. My wife is actually half Northern Irish, so we often go there, and her family is from way in the countryside, farming countryside. So I actually love it when I go down there. I do not like city. I'm not a city person. So if I was working in a sort of rural area, I'd absolutely love it if I was working in a rural area and not in London City. But at the moment, this is where I am. You know, you guys did see some videos of me working in Dominica, and I absolutely loved working in Dominica. Really loved it. Just it's just so much different than working in the city, you know. So I do prefer, yeah, yeah, I definitely do prefer that. Let's see. Moving on, we've got Sayana. Hi, Sayana. Would you take on an apprentice stroke improver? I want to be a builder. I'm a bricklayer, currently studying carpentry and electrics. Wow, nice. I love your channel and would want to learn from the best. Oh, thanks. Really, really flattering there. Um, just for one full project. Yeah, I'd be open to that. I mean, I take on I've had so many young people that have sort of come through. I don't know how old you are, but I mean, obviously MJ is an apprentice. He's unskilled, and but he has learned quite a few things. I know sometimes guys see the video, he might be sort of not look like he's doing as much, but it's not everything that's on camera. And sometimes with the jobs, because you're dealing with budgets, it's not every day you can sort of spend time and sort of, you know, teaching someone how to plaster today is sort of not the right day, sort of thing, because we're on a tight sort of deadline for the day. But you know, I'm here to sort of invest in people, and we've had a lot of young people that have worked for me for periods of time. We have young Josh who works with me when he's not in college. As soon as he goes back to college, then he's you won't see him. But um, I'm up for that. So I mean, you can drop me an email and we can have a chat. I did put my email in the comments somewhere, but my email is pbuilders@hotmail.com. So give me a shout, and then you know we can have a chat. Let's see. Bart of thank you very much. Wait, someone's given us £5. I'll have a drink on you, mate. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Very nice and very generous of you to support us and the channel financially like that. 24/7. Would it be cheaper to pay for an Uber to pick up the boys from station to job than paying the user? I looked at that. Unfortunately, it won't be, because the Uber trip from the station to sort of my house, which is literally only up the road, it's like £12 or something like that. And obviously, I'd have to send him home as well. So you're talking about £25 just to Uber them back and front. Whereas the ULEZ, I think it's something like I think it's 12.50 or something like that. So yeah, I thought about that and I looked at different ways I could do it. I mean, the only other way is they could take a bus up the road, but I just feel like they've taken like 2 trains to get there, and then for me to get them to get on a bus as well, and then when they're going home, they got to get a bus and another 2 trains. It's just like I just think it's just enough traveling for them, so I just sacrifice and pay it, just to sort of, because everyone's working hard as well, and at the end of the day you don't want to have to take in so many transports to get home, you know. So that's pretty much what we do there. Yolande, hi. I assume ULEZ is a kind of tax. Yes, it's a tax. So basically it's a new tax introduced last year. Is it last year? I think so, or this year. It might have been early this year. I can't remember now. Or late last year. It was late last year. The Mayor of London introduced a tax. So it's sort of like an emissions tax. So vehicles, old vehicles or vehicles under a certain age, particularly diesel vehicles, so that affects like vans and trucks and stuff like that. I think it's anything older than 2015 or something like that, and I've got a 2012 van. Once you're older than that, you have to pay a tax to drive in the majority of London. So every day you'll pay £12.50. So I have it on a sort of an auto pay system where I get a bill at the end of the month. So I sort of get just one big bill at the end of the month, rather than having to do it every day, every day, every day, every day. Because if you forget, then you get a fine for like £70. So I just do it on that sort of rolling sort of thing. Yeah, so it basically it's a tax on us, and the idea of the tax is supposed to be to discourage people bringing older vehicles into the city, aka polluting vehicles into the city. So they want sort of cleaner energy or cleaner vehicles in the city. So now you have to pay a tax for that. So hi Phil. Hey Darren, that light behind you looks like you got a halo about you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm no angel. Thank you. The ultra low emission zone in London. Yes, that's what it's called. Oh, hey man. Hey, it's my friend. Thank you very much. Oh, this guy, so he's such a lovely guy. This is one of our clients here who's just donated £50 to us, and so we're working for him, and yeah, so he's obviously appreciates us. Well, thank you very much, Mr. D, for that. Really appreciate that. I'll be getting lunch for the guys this week, so it will be well spent. Thank you very much. And DD as well has contributed £10 to the channel as well. Thank you very much. Really appreciate this, guys. I don't expect anyone to do this, but yeah, when it's done, I do appreciate it, believe me. Luke, hi Luke. How do you get most of your work? Advertising or word of mouth? Well, I guess YouTube is an advert, I guess. But I don't advertise. Most of our work is actually now coming from YouTube because obviously we get an exposure on YouTube. So pretty much most of our inquiries now are coming in from YouTube. I still have my sort of word of mouth from all my existing clients, which we still get, which was how most of our work was coming. I don't really advertise, never really have, to be honest. It was usually word of mouth, referrals and stuff like that. Now it's predominantly from social media pages like YouTube and Instagram and stuff like that is where pretty much most of our work is coming from now. Hi Saul, would love it if my employer paid for my travel expenses to work. Yeah, I mean, I don't pay all their travel expenses. I don't pay for their sort of train travel and stuff. I just pick them up from the station, and at times. So yeah, but it depends on where we're working. As I said, when we're working in the Wimbledon job, I don't think I go through the ULEZ when I'm going that way, because I actually turn the other way out of my house instead of right. I turn left, and the guys meet me at Wimbledon because Wimbledon station is actually easier for them to get to. So they can get straight to the site. They actually go straight to the station and straight to the site. So when I'm working that end, I have to pay it. But most of our jobs, I pick them up from my local area because most of the time it's the best way to get to where we need to go. You're a nice client, Mr. D. Yes, he is a very nice client, and we always look out when you get. I always say to clients as well, look after your builders, because if you look after your builders look after you. And when we get good clients, I mean, we always go the extra mile, but when you get good clients, we always go over and abroad. The client will say, oh, we need this done, and we just like, I'll take care of that for you, sort of thing. Don't worry about it. So you look after your builders, and you save yourself a lot of money. Mr. JH, what are your thoughts on getting a house end-to-end designed, including extension and loft conversion, and getting the work done over time? And getting the work done over time. Okay, I'm not sure you mean end-to-end designed work. Okay, we're doing okay. I guess you're saying about doing an extension and a loft and sort of doing it bit by bit, maybe. Um, it's a difficult question. Some projects they can be more typically if you're going to do something bit by bit, it would tend to cost you more for the builder. So, for instance, we were just looking at a quite a large extension with a loft, and basically we sort of priced it. We're not sure if we can get the loft done, and said, oh well, this is the price to do extension, this is the price to do the loft. If you are doing them at the same time, it will obviously cost less money. But if we are doing it sort of because you can share certain things like skips and certain order discounts and stuff, but if you're gonna do it and now you've got to come back and then to do a separate job, sort of costing more money. So if you're doing it in sort of stages, it will probably cost more money. Some jobs, if you're doing it, you sort of want to do them at the same time. For instance, if you're doing a loft and an extension, I always say do the extension first. Sorry, do the loft first, because you might do a rear extension and then now you've got to try and scaffold to do the loft, and it starts to get a bit difficult. So, or if you're just sort of ripping up the house, it's just maybe a better idea to sort of get out of the house and sort of rip it and do it all one time instead of doing a bit and then disrupting your life again, your family life, and doing the loft and all that stuff. So that's what I would probably say to do. Okay, let's see. Mega Man, hi Mega Man. How does building control work? Do you notify them or is it up to your clients? It could be either way. It could be either way. I always suggest to clients to just let me handle it. They tend to sign everything up. So whether they're using an external company or whether they're using the council, they will set up because you have to pay the building control a fee, and usually you pay a one fee which will cover all your visits. So I let the customer set that up. The contract is set up with the customer, and then the customer gives me the sort of job number or whatever reference number and the contact number for the building control. So then while we're on site, we will know what the stages need to be, and then we speak to them, we call them up and we tell them we'd like you to come inspect. So for instance, they usually come out right in the beginning before you start. And then it's the time to ask any questions, right? When do you need to be back? Okay, when you've dug the foundations, let me know. I'll come and have a look. So you do that. And if you've got any questions, certain things, they can sometimes give you a little bit of guidance as well. So you have a little chat. Yeah, that's pretty much it, really. So either you do it, but I think it's best if the builder's doing it. But what I would, though, say as a caveat, if you are letting your builder do it, especially if you're not fully confident in your, but not confident, but not trusting, or maybe you don't know them or whatever, definitely make sure that the inspections are being done, because you might assume that this builder's doing it, and we hear horror stories where the builder never got anyone to come in to check the work. So you should check. Or if you do, for instance, a lot of the councils have portals. So the job we're on now, I booked the inspection online. You go to the website, you put a reference number, you log in, you book it in, and it shows you all the past inspections that have done, and it says completed. So you can log in and just check and say, all right, he's done the inspection, he's done that. Just keep an eye on it, I would say, if you're not the one doing it, just to make sure that they are actually doing it. Hi Syed, what is cheaper, metal roof sheeting or flat roof? You know what, I can't tell you that off my head. I really can't. Saying that, the metal roof that we put in recently wasn't cheap. It wasn't cheap. I mean, it's a big roof though, but I'm trying to remember what I paid for the roof, the metal roof. I really can't remember. But only thing with the metal roof, we don't have to put any OSB down, so you save money on that. But I think the metal roof was a fair bit of money actually compared to the to like a rubber roof. So I would probably say the rubber roof is cheaper. I would say just sort of, yeah, off my head, I think the rubber would be cheaper. Mystery Gardener, hello, welcome back. Hi, great clips on the builds. When will you be doing the roof on the kitchen? The roof of the kitchen extension. Well, we should be finishing. I mean, it's Friday now, and we've got a bank holiday Monday, so we're off on Monday. I think by Wednesday we finish our brickwork, and if we finish our brickwork on Wednesday, then we're basically ready to start the roof. We've got a steel, which I'll be taking the final measurements when we go back on Tuesday, so that I can order the ridge beam, the steel ridge beam for the roof. And basically once we get that, then we start. So I would say I'd say about 2 weeks time we should be covering the roof in 2 weeks time, I would imagine. So we should have the roof up, you know. So yeah, to get the roof up, then we're nearly there, basically flying through. Okay, so let's see. Glyn, hi Glyn. Been following for a while now, and your depth and breadth of skills is excellent. How did you pick up all the skills? Thanks a lot, man. Really appreciate that. As I said before, I'm just self-taught. I just read. I watched videos, other people, like how people watch my videos. I learned from other people. I just done that, and then I just tried things. I've always done a lot of stuff on my house and my mum's as well, and just again practiced and just sort of developed over time, you know, just developed different skills over time, pretty much. Let's see, Syed. Hi Syed, have you ever been propositioned by a bigger company to take you on a really good salary? No, I haven't actually, fun enough. I don't think I would do it to be honest. I think I'm happy with what I do. You'd have to pay me a lot of money for me to leave what I do to go and work for a company. And you'd have to pay me a lot of money. I'm talking a lot, just because it's not just about money, you know. But I'd have to be comfortable enough for me to consider that. But no, I haven't been propositioned by anybody like that. Okay, let's move on. Mellow. Okay, we're 9:10, so we're going to be wrapping up soon. Mellow, hi Mellow. What's the best method of fixing wood joists into a steel box section, as there's a height limitation of 2.5 meters? I've heard of tech screws, but are they any good? Okay, well, there's a couple of ways. Someone mentioned about the tech screws on the last comment when I did the video nailing the steel beam. I've never used them myself, so I can't advise on them, but maybe I'll look into that and do some research for myself. But there are a couple of ways. So you can drill through the steels, which might not be the easiest way. If you've got a magnetic drill, would be great. But you can drill through and then obviously put bolts through the wood. You can use the nail gun, might be the quickest, to be honest. The nail gun, if you look at the video we did, I think it was yesterday's video, where you see I'm using the Hilti nail gun, that might be the quickest way to do it, because you can literally just nail the wood straight through and nail it into the steel. And that usually is a very sort of common building practice of attaching wood to steels. So maybe that you can hire one of those machines. I hired one from Travis Perkins, and I paid, I think, about £35 for the day to hire it. But then you do need to buy the cartridges and the nails. You got to pay for that. And I think buying a box of cartridges and a box of nails, I think, came to around £35. So about the same it costs to buy. But I've got loads for another project, so I didn't use all of them. So that might be probably the easier option to do. All right, let's see, where are we now? Faizan, how have you coped with the substantial increase in material costs? Is this eating into profits of the building industry? Yeah, definitely. Either we have to just keep putting the prices up, or as I said, sometimes you sort of price something and then next week the prices go up again. So it's sort of like, it's really hard to or you take in a job early. For instance, I've got jobs booked for like December. Well, I've got one particular job booked for December, and they've already paid the deposit, a small deposit to secure the date, because we have to sort of take a small deposit just to make sure. And we literally take 2% of the job just to know that a customer is not going to mess us about, and we, sort of miss other jobs. But by the time December comes, God knows if the prices have gone up by then. But we've already fixed the price with the customer, because that's how we sort of do it. So in that instance, if the price goes up, it's unfortunate for us. If it goes down, then it's good for us. But um, pretty much just means the customers have to pay a bit more, because when we're pricing stuff, I use a sort of Excel spreadsheet when I'm pricing. So I've got a lot of list of materials like blocks, bricks, timbers, plasterboard sheets, bags of plaster, bags of cement, and I've got unit prices, and I do all my estimates on my spreadsheet. I might think we're going to have 400 blocks and 1,000 bricks, or whatever it is, and such and such and such, and I'd sort of use that to get my sort of material estimate of price. And I went to do a price the other day, and I was looking at one using the template that I did last year, October, and the prices were so different. I was like, I need to change the prices, because when I looked at the prices, I was like, they've really gone up since November's me using that spreadsheet, So unfortunately, it just means the customer pays more money for, the job overall. So how do you, okay, so we're going to run through these last few questions. I'm going to really try it, and then we're going to have to shut down because it's going to quarter past 9 now. 419 Brian, hi, how do you manage 2 projects at the same time? You just have to organize, really. It's hard, it is very hard. You have to organize, because there will be a lot of times where you can't do certain things on the job, or you can't do so much. So you don't want to waste time. Because I've tried it where we sort of doing one job at a time, and the thing is, it's not economical for us unless we charge, not for the price that we charge. And I think that we're very, very competitive. And if I'd have to really put the prices up, like some companies, where I see quotes that some other people are getting for this, what we're quoting for it to be worthwhile for us to be only on one job, is going to mean the customer's going to pay a lot more money, because we will have a lot of wasted time and paying wages not to do so much. So it's sort of planning things. So it's just like, you got certain things on order, you're waiting for something to be done here. You can go off and do a couple of days here, and that's basically how we're trying to do it at the moment. And also what we do is we sort of give a customer a time frame. So it might be 12 weeks sort of thing. So sometimes we'll be like do full on that, like do some weekends or whatever, and sometimes we'll back off the job a bit. So we try to just get it done within the time frame. So let's see. When are you going back to build your villa? We're waiting for planning permission. So hopefully once we get that, we can start looking into dates. And I would expect at the moment, probably next year summer, realistically, I would say. Hi Andy, evening mate. I like your channel. Let's see, where was it? You lost you there now. Okay, that was it. Thank you, Andy. Didi, thinking of doing shell only, double story side and single rear. What's the best way of going about this? How much could I do myself? Limited DIY skill set. What could you do? Okay, you can, if you can get your mates round and stuff, or organize some help, maybe you can do things like foundation work, because it's sort of, some of it is, if you got to do drainage, then you need to get someone in to do the drainage. But things like the laborious jobs, like digging a trench, maybe you can hire a man with a digger. I know we tried that and didn't work out too well for us. Or you guys are gonna have to get the shovels out and dig it yourselves, like we did on the project that we're on now. Getting a concrete poured, stuff like that. That's a lot of expense there itself. So if you could get maybe some sort of get that part done, maybe and then you get your brickies to come in after that. But you know, the risk is with a foundation, you get your foundation wrong, then you're going to be in trouble. So it's hard to say, but maybe the internal works. If you get the shell done and you do the internal works, I don't know really. It really depends on how much you think you can do, what level of work you think you can manage, you know, to do. It really depends on that. Hello, next one. That nail gun was crazy. Didn't know we had things like that in Britain. Must have been loud. Yeah, it was really loud, like a gunshot. Like it's really powerful as well. Like the kickback on it is really like powerful, you know. So yeah, you got to be careful with that thing. Yes, bro. Just like to say I'm a subscriber and I'm loving the content. Keep it up. You're inspiring, bro. Thank you very much. Success, wealth. Appreciate that. Mr. D, thank you so much for the honesty. It really, oops, disappeared again. Really hard to find a good builder and keep passing the knowledge. We do appreciate your great teaching. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Jara Bob, love your videos. Do you watch other YouTubers like Collison, Bricklaying, etc.? Yes, I watch all these guys. I watch Charlie Collison all the time. As I said, I'm always trying to learn, so I look for people who are good at what they do, and I try to watch them. I just love watching it, not even just to learn, but I just love watching other people's projects and progress, especially when you're doing a similar sort of thing and you see other people doing things and you learn things and you learn different things that you haven't done before, or a different style or a different interesting project. You know, all projects are different way of doing it. So I watch plasterers on, I watch electricians. I just like watching other guys at work doing the similar stuff that we do. So yeah, I do watch I watch this young guy whose channel is doing really well, right? Izzy the bricklayer. So shout out to Izzy. I watch his stuff. I really like his stuff. He's a very hardworking guy as well. So you check that guy out as well. It's really good. I watch what's these two young men, Steve and Alex. I watch them as well all the time. I like their stuff as well. So there's quite a few good YouTubers out there. People like Stu Crompton as well. I love watching all his sort of intricate brickwork. Not that I'm ever going to try it, but I just enjoy watching it. Let's see. Where are we? Cheers, Darren. Thank you so much. Your videos are brilliant. I'll keep watching. Have a great weekend. Kali, man like Darren. Hey, what's happening, man? Jarabob, I'm a plasterer and prices are going up weekly in the builders merchants. Yeah, unfortunately they are. They are just going up. I don't know. I can't explain it all, but the things are going up literally just all the time. Like, and you notice it when you're in and out of the shops all the time. Like even like plaster. Yeah, I was like, I'm seeing plasterboard for £9 and stuff like this. I'm like, when did that happen? Or bags of plaster. I'm like, when did it get to £9 for like a bag? It's just crazy. I'm like, I used to pay like £5-6 or something for these. Will you buy more cordless tools? Someone asked about this, and I was like, cordless tools. I have a love-hate relationship with them. I hate batteries running out. I hate batteries running out. Especially when you're in the middle of something and then you say, oh, batteries, go and get the other battery, and then so I don't know. Coolest tools are okay. I do like them. Obviously, they're great for just being able to move around, but I always have to have an extra or backup version of a drill or a circular saw. I've got to have a power version, because sometimes you're doing jobs where you're doing a lot of something and then the batteries are just not going to hack it for the day. So yeah, but I don't know. I do want to get some new drills. So I'd hope like when I buy another set of drills that I can close my eyes and splash out and sort of buy some really good ones. Maybe some Milwaukee or something like that. I don't know. We'll see if I can afford it. All right. Hi, Terry. Hi, Darren. Before you finish up, just like to say it's good to see you guys being very professional in your work. As a fellow South Londoner, very proud of you all. Thank you very much, Terry. Really appreciate that comment as well. I thank you, Darren. I learned a lot during this live chat and also had fun. So greetings from Holland, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. Bye. Thank you very much, Yolande. My Mrs. Love Izzy. Oh, Don't get jealous, man. Don't get jealous. Rants, bants, and reviews. Yes, my guy. Hey, welcome, man. Furian. Let me see. What's this? Tell me what language is this. If it's supposed to be what I'm supposed to understand, I'll be embarrassed. But I'm terrible at reading languages. Let's see. I feel like this is Creole, you know. Rants, bants, and reviews. Rate this humble guy. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. So Frolicious, do you watch Asheville YouTube channel? I found your channel when I was looking at summer houses, outbuildings, and enjoy seeing how work is done. Yes, I watch his stuff. Yes, someone had mentioned it in a last live, I think, and I checked him out. I know he does like sort of the trucks and all that stuff, aggregates, and you know he's doing construction now as well. So yeah, it doesn't pop up a lot on my timeline, but I have watched a couple of his videos as well. So yeah, he's doing big things, man. So yeah, maybe one day we'll get to that level. Let's see, rants and bants and reviews. Reach out for some sponsorship deals with brands. Yeah, a couple of people have mentioned that. So maybe, yeah, maybe if Milwaukee, man, anybody here working at Milwaukee, give them a shout, man, and say we need some tools, man. We need some good tools. Creole, yes, I feel like I'm sorry, I'm tired, but I feel like is that semen tonight? Is that what we mean? Yeah. So yeah, I'm sorry, I'm rattled, my brain. I'm very good at the speaking, and if someone's speaking to me, but to reading it, this is where I'm not very good. I've never really read it, you know, so I'm kind of terrible like that. Um, Next comment. It's fun to see a bit of the behind the scenes every now and then, your lunchtime trips particularly. Yeah, I will try. I'm trying to do a little bit more of that. It's hard because yeah, I don't want to stick in the camera in guys' faces all the time. You know what I mean? So but yeah, I will try and show a little bit more of behind the scenes a little bit as well. I will try and do that. Okay, let's see. Will there be a video released today on the extension? No, I didn't. Today was a bit of a hectic day. I didn't really get to film. It just didn't work out. So we were doing bits here, we were doing bits here. Then I had what messed up my day, to be honest, is we had a last minute delivery for the Wimbledon job. I didn't know it was coming today, and then when I got the text, and I had already missed this delivery, and when I got the text, it was like it's coming between 12 and 3 today. So I was like, oh, we're gonna go for lunch and we'll shoot down there, and hopefully we can offload it, have our lunch, and then come back. And the guy didn't turn up until 1 minute to 3. We sat there for hours until 1 minute to 3, and by the time we offloaded it, London traffic was absolutely abysmal. We got back to work at literally 5 o'clock. So we literally got half a day's work done just because of this delivery. So, and it come from very far. It was this soundproofing stuff. So we sort of, I couldn't miss the delivery again. So it sort of messed up the time. So unfortunately, yeah, I just didn't get to do what I wanted to do, or at least to film. We did some block laying, some brick laying, but the day got cut short, and then we rushed back, and when we got back, there was no time to do any more work. So I just thought, oh no, there's no point trying to do a video today. Let's see. What's the plan for clearing the rubble at the extension job? How do you plan to tackle it? It looks like a monster of a task. So basically, we should be sorting out next week. So the plan is to use a grab truck. The main thing is parking. I mentioned in a video before a couple of days ago, and I showed what our parking situation is. We just have to make sure that we can get a clear two to three spaces outside on the high road, blocked off the night before, so that when the truck comes, he can park and get his arm over the wall. So it's basically, this truck has this big arm that stretches out, and it sort of claws the stuff and the rubble and the soil and dumps it in the back of the truck. So that's what we're going to be using for that. You'd be amazed how quickly it can clear a site. You're talking 15 minutes, that will be all clear. So it's just a matter of booking it and making sure that when he turns up, we've actually got the space, because there's often cars parked on that street. So yeah, just have to really logistically make sure I get it right. but I plan to do that in the week. I plan to get it booked in for the week. So hopefully by the end of the week, that site's going to be clear for us. Okay, so let's see, next one. All right, you guys putting their comments in before I can get to the end. I'm like, okay, guys, this is literally the last three, and we've got to go. Let's see, where are we now? Yeah, agree with this. It will be nice to see the extension finish, but also looking forward to seeing the garden clear too. You laugh out loud. Yeah, trust me, I'm looking forward to it because I want to see the space the way it should be, but it will come soon. Access must be super tricky in parts of London, maybe most of the city. Very much, very tricky, and this is what makes a lot of the builds in London very difficult. Agreed, Darren. Grab lorries are a beast. Yeah, that's definitely what we're going to be using. Okay, Bot video edits. Thanks for all the videos you guys make. Helps us DIY heads out. Yeah, that's what it is. So yeah, I'm glad to hear that. Definitely, that is the purpose of this channel. All right, let's see. Smoky Gamer, Lucy's man, and last comment. Daniel, did you already deal with damp issues in basement? Thanks for your videos. No, I've never done basements. I've got a good friend who does that stuff though. He's like even certified in that stuff. So he used to work with me when I first started out. He was the first guy that worked with me, and he now has his own company and he does some really high-end bathrooms, stuff like that. Really, really cool. He's on Instagram, so check him out. They're called Snippy Decorators. Check him out on Instagram, and I think he does tanking and all that stuff. I know he had gone away to Germany or somewhere in a course and done all the training and all that stuff, so I know he does that sort of stuff, but I've never done it and I probably wouldn't be interested in it. I've got enough things that I'm doing to start trying to learn something else, especially something like damp in basements where you really have to know what you're doing. So but yeah, guys, that is it. So I am going to shoot off tonight, gonna have some tea, and then I'm going to bed. So guys, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great weekend, whatever you're doing. We will be back to work on Tuesday, so we're having Monday off. Everyone's got a day off, and yeah, we'll see you again. So thanks for everyone's comments, all your contributions, everyone who comments regularly, likes and shares. Thank you for those who donated financially to the chat today. Really appreciate it. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys on the next one. So take care, have a good night.